I'm currently the chief financial officer at One to One. Prior to implementing, we really went in and tracked everything manually in Excel, from entries that needed to be booked, reconciliations that needed to be performed, tried to track their status through Excel. And that ended up being a little bit painstaking for us. We didn't really have a good system for communicating review notes. We did the best we could with that, but having to jump between different Excel docs at the end of the day wasn't efficient or an effective use of our time. So it was a fairly manual process, really, at the end of the day. We wanted to continue to evolve as a department and make the close process easier on all of us, improve really team morale. If it's easier, if things aren't popping up last minute, if it's not painful to get the process done, people are happier. So we really took a step back and tried to evaluate the process as a whole and identified that this could be a potential solution for us from an automation perspective. And really kind of went into that process trying to figure out who would be the best fit with us. We were really looking for a partner in this process. We knew making a transition of the method of which we close the books 12 times a year, we needed to make the right decision. Honestly, at the end of the day, they felt more like they got us. I don't know, I can't really put that into words other than that, but that they would be there for us if we needed something. The two tools that we were comparing were relatively similar in their functionality. And I really got the feeling from Nancy and her team that the support that they would provide us, which we valued very highly, would be there. And frankly, they have been. So there's been a few times that they've come through for us and just really provided kind of above and beyond on the customer support side. We really implemented the art reconciliation tool first, and that was honestly really smooth. We were able to take our previously existing reconciliation tracker and a trial balance and kind of, in a way, lob it over the fence. And a couple weeks later, we had a functioning site that we were able to work in. And then from there, we had some training and we were kind of off the ground and running with a good deal of hand-holding, much appreciated hand-holding as we really implemented it. We worked pretty hard to make sure we communicated that we were making this change to the team and really make sure they understood that we were doing it not to completely change the process. You can't change month-end close process, but we were doing it to make it more efficient and make it better. And I think once they grasped that and they saw that they could schedule time with someone at SkyStem and they would sit down with them for 30 minutes and walk them through their specific question, that kind of support was real, we kind of overcame that challenge. Probably some of the biggest changes, there's certainly less Excel tracking and less ambiguity about where we stand in the process. We've got dashboards now that tell us that 75% of our reconciliations have been completed, dashboards that tell us what steps in our close process haven't been completed or are overdue, so that we can really, especially as management or reviewers, focus on the outliers rather than the things that are going according to plan and easy. Both my now controller and I have public accounting backgrounds, and review notes are kind of the language that we speak in a way. So for us, it's much easier to track and say, okay, we've received this rec and kicked it back to a preparer to say, hey, did you consider X, Y, or Z? And then they can send it back to us. So the status is always known. There's no ambiguity there of, did I get back to you on that? I don't remember. So just from an overall status tracking standpoint and understanding where we are in the process is probably one of the biggest changes. And then just the efficiency of being able to have some reconciliations automatically prepared throughout the month for some zero balance accounts and other accounts that the balances don't necessarily change. We've been able to really focus in on some of our harder reconciliations and bigger issues at the end of the month. Make sure that you can get your team on board, make sure that you're communicating with them and that they understand it. And if you can get them excited about the automation as early as you can in the process, That was really critical to our successful implementation, was making sure that our team was on board and our team got it.